I help solo business owners to ditch the overwhelm and demystify the difficult. Because we all start out in business like we've got this great idea, and then it feels 5 minutes later we get buried under a mountain of to-dos, or we start a project and within a few minutes it massively gets more complicated than we thought. I think a lot of the time people panic when they feel overwhelmed. And the thing that I have learned is that overwhelm comes from doubt, right?
Stuff.
Like
We call it
the habit of smacking around the head just when you least
They call it stuff. Because stuff is going to happen in your business. When you have solid emotions, solid where you can overcome. I'll give you an example. There's a person in there that I'm not going to mention, but when you get really emotional and you stick with your people that you can confide with, this is what I'm going through. And you have a group of people that's going to understand what you're going through at this phase in life in your business. That's a win-win situation for everybody that's in the group.
It's great when you have different personalities, especially in a team of people. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes that same village to raise the business. Do it on your own. So you do what you do best and let other people who have better skills than you in certain areas fill your blind spots, and just make sure that when you're communicating with them, you're doing it in a way that they are receiving it properly. And that helps to eliminate the communication problems.
I mean,
Usually, the messy, murky middle is that horrible place where you can't decide whether to offload a task or not. So I have love it, leverage it, learn it, or let it go. So the messy, murky middle is really about sorting things into those boxes so that you can get rid of the stuff that really doesn't need you to be doing it.
Catch me if you can. You ever seen that with Leo DiCaprio? All he has to do is be 2 steps ahead to run your business and delegate the tasks so you don't create the bottleneck in your business.
Because the thing that I've learned about common sense is that nobody else has gotten it.
The secret to this is once you're in your murky middle and you're not solidified in your foundation and in your emotions and your state, things can go astray really fast.
But success looks different to everybody.
Absolutely.
If you're happy with $30,000 a year and you get to spend all the time in the world with your kids and you spend a few hours a day working, and that's okay with you, this point in your life,
the only validation they need is within themselves. The only validation I need from the people I'm helping or the people that are fortunate enough to be around in my circle, the only person I have to be Superman for is my kids.
a lot of the time they don't see themselves as being part of a team, but they are. The problem is, the older you get, the more life you have to sift through to figure out what you want to do next. And most people don't put themselves at the center of what they're doing because they think it's all about other people, which it's not. If you hate writing books, don't write them. If you don't like doing it, don't do them. If makes you stick needles in your eyes, then don't do it.
The ultimate thing in business is you don't have a business until the business can run without you.
And let's just be nice to yourself, but don't slack off. Push yourself to do the things, but do them because you have the confidence to do them, not because you feel like you should. I basically had to claw myself out of a deep, dark hole.
Yeah.
I had to do it in a way that made sense to me and just me. And focusing on my confidence and my fun and what gave me joy and what, no excuses, no fitting in with anybody else, no people pleasing anymore, just being me and figuring out who that was.
How can a solo entrepreneur, business person, still maintain momentum?
I think as long as you are learning about yourself and as long as you're putting yourself first, then you can't stop the momentum because you are the business. And if you start putting other people first, if you start putting money first, if you start creating products first, then that's when the momentum stops. But they don't teach you how to do that.
Huh?
Everyone says that, but they don't teach you how to do that.
Hope those highlights gave you some insights on what we talked about on that show today. Please be sure to get the full show on the playlist. And again, thanks for watching.